welcome. You're listening to our podcast, Two Massage Therapists in a Microphone. My name is Mark. I'm a registered massage therapist, registered kinesiologist here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And we have an awesome guest sitting on our couch today. Came up in, was the weather kind of wet when you came up here?
Yeah, a little bit windy, a little bit wet, a little bit rainy.
In a car? You want to bike? You bike a lot, though. At least that's what...
I do. I bike and I run. But today I was in my pickup truck.
Oh, nice. Bike and run. You're a healthy dude, eh?
I try.
Yeah?
At my age, I try.
What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
I had bacon and eggs.
Nice. Homemade or McDonald's bought?
No, gosh, no. Definitely not from the drive-thru.
No? Okay. Well, I don't know. Nothing's wrong with that. I enjoy it.
I like a bit of protein. I was training yesterday, so I've got a triathlon coming up in a week.
Right on.
So I'm pretty heavy on the protein and a little bit of carb loading starting now too. So.
What's the weakest part of your triathlon?
Ah, wow. In theory, it shouldn't be the bike, but it probably actually is.
Oh, yeah?
I have been cycling long distances for 40 years. But if I look at my statistics for triathlons, bike is always where I am the least competitive.
Ah, I see.
And oddly enough, running, which is my newest sport that I only took up a few years ago, is my best time competing against other people in my age bracket.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Nice. Have you ever had your VO2 max tested?
I have not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd be interested in?
Well, we could talk about that, sure. Yeah, I testing like that always makes me nervous because if I discover that it's either very high or very low, then what is that? Does it screw with my mind when I'm?
It definitely will. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
Exactly. So I don't know. Sometimes I prefer a little bit of mystery.
Mystery's good. Mystery's good. Let's take the mystery out of who you are. We have Ian Cam, RMT from Ontario in Toronto, sitting on our couch. Why don't you tell the masses a little bit about yourself? Tell them a little bit of background, how long you've been in RMT for, what you do, what your practice is like, all the stuff that you do, because you've got your hands in a whole bunch of things.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate. Well, first of all, appreciate the opportunity to come and chat. This is great. I appreciate that. And despite my funny accent, which actually happens to work really well on a podcast, right? Because anyone listening knows which is your voice, which is my voice, right? Yeah. So this is not an affectation.
It's actually easy to figure out because I always sound like the dumb one.
I don't know about that. I think you got a few good things going on here, Mark. No, I was anyone who's met me before knows I was born in Australia, but I've lived in Canada over half my life. I've been here 29 years, and in the mid to late 90s, I decided to remake myself and go back to school, a new career, and what have you.
What were you doing before?
I was doing a lot of middle management, a lot of office work, a lot of in publishing, in sales and marketing. So I became a massage therapist. I went to Sutherland Chan, a little school in downtown Toronto, and
just
graduated.
A wee little school, eh?
Just a little school. Graduated from Sutherland Chan in '97. So I'm 22 years in at this point to massage, and I have a practice in downtown Toronto right now on Carlton Street, 20 years on Parliament Street, and we moved 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. So I'm on Carlton Street, private practice, solo private practice, just me, myself, and I, loving it. This little setup is any RMTs that pop in to see me are always jealous of my setup. I like to brag about that.
What's
just
to
one
be
little
jealous
room
of?
and me and very cheap rent and.
Is it lonely though?
No. I've got some great colleagues in the rooms beside me doing different disciplines. So it's a really good setup, a really nice interdisciplinary setup. So anyway, there's that. I also teach part-time at Sutherland Chan.
Cool.
Have been doing for the bulk of the 22 years as well. I teach a couple of different things, primarily business skills, but also regulations and ethics. And then in the past, I've taught things like orthopedic assessment and anatomy and palpation and other things like that. So third thing going on in terms of massage is teaching my own courses.
Nice.
Like you do in continuing education. I teach primarily what I teach at Sutherland Chan, but I teach that in a Con Ed version. So a lot of business skills, a lot of some technique stuff. And now I'm branching into, and probably what we're going to talk about today, branching into stuff relating more to the Strive competencies.
Yeah,